Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really.
Pardon the Politics podcast at the spotlight of the week. So, my brothers, what is your spotlight for the week?
This is an
So
interesting
we
one.
yeah, I was about to say this is very interesting. We're gonna do something we haven't done before.
And we don't know how this is going to go, so we're all trying this at the same time. But we usually give each other like a high level of what our spotlights are going to be. And maybe it's just a testament of how long we've been doing this pod, or just in general, we all kind of think the same. But I'm actually also low-key surprised this hasn't happened sooner, Chuck.
You're right. You're
But
right.
Chuck and I have landed on the same spotlight, and we were going to think, oh, okay, one of us is switch. No, this is good. So
Now this is a good one.
this is a good one. So we'll share in this experience. So I'm going to kick it off to you, Chuck.
Yes. So this week, actually days ago, the Wall Street Journal dropped an exclusive reporting that World Liberty Financial, for those who don't know who World Liberty Financial is, this is the Trump family's flagship crypto venture. Yeah, that crypto
Yep,
that
that
they
crypto,
Mhm.
the
that
crypto
they
you're thinking
con
about.
people that they con people over. Yeah, that crypto
Mhm.
says
one-
that it's
Don, Eric, and Baron all over. Yeah,
yeah
that
yeah
one.
that crypto says its trust company has received preliminary approval from the Office of Comptroller of the Currency to become a bank.
Bruh.
Now, let's to not take too much time on this, because this is the end of the pod, and we do appreciate y'all being
Y'all
with
sticking
us this
around.
long. We started this podcast with a sound clip, and I want Jeezy to play that clip one more time.
Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.
I defend it.
I defend it.
Yes.
I'm not
yes.
defending this.
For the record, we are not part of this, and we are not defending.
We are not
it, hence
defending
it
this.
being a spotlight.
This is it been a spotlight, and we want to emphasize the level of corruption on this. And let's make this clear: this is a Trump family personal crypto firm has received approval from a Trump appointee to operate as a bank. Let that sit in for a second.
Bro.
The
Wow.
president of the United States appointed the individual in a position, and that individual, there's no separation. There's no separation. Has approved Trump's family entity that he's a part of to operate as a bank.
And
Go ahead, man.
And for you guys, when we say when they can operate as a bank, partially think about it how you interact with the bank, but it's a
Yes.
little bit different. So this organization, if finally approved, it can't take insured deposits or make loans like you would see out of your traditional, your Bank of America, your commercial banks. And that nuance matters because it's really about how you're able to kind of move money around. But what it can do, it can custody institutional assets and issues and redeem about $4 billion worth of its own stablecoin. So it is using a currency that it is creating and reissuing that under the guise of other assets.
And the reason my brother makes this point is because in the instance of a BOA, a Wells Fargo, it would take millions of customers and billions of assets to be able to, for a new entity to come out, to be able to hit those marks. But when they're operating in this capacity, it only takes a select few with large quantities of assets to move around. And then the wonderful thing about this, or from their end, they don't have to report this information to the public.
And then also, like a traditional bank, where if you're going to operate in every state, you have to set up 50 different states of compliance and setup.
Yep.
This one federal charter will cover the entire country. So
Yep.
any state regulations, nothing. Your supervisory organization is under the control of the executive branch of the United States. So the person and the organization that owns 38% of the bank is also low key. Not low key.
Not low
high
key.
I was about to say high key.
Super high key. Controls the organization that is in charge of policing and directing your organization and investigating your organization to make sure they're doing things above board.
Corruption.
Yeah. Corruption. So not it's more corruption. We've seen instances of insider trading. We've seen the writing on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But again, nobody is stepping up, putting the big girl britches on, and checking this.
It's like writing your own permission slip and having your boss sign it.
No, you're writing your own permission slip, and the boss is the sponsor of the trip.
He's just like, I'm going with you. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Going together.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you permission to go. We going together. Like, this is, and then, and this is not a part of this, but then you have JD Vance coming out and saying that he does not want the US dollar to be the world reserve currency anymore. It's nasty.
That's
why the children,
another wild statement.
Yeah. And this shows how we are so synced without even trying. The pickle was about the future and the children.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing everything they can to ruin the future for the children.
Bro. Trying to take them back to being chimney sweepers. You see them little black and white boys,
Yeah.
them little kids clean them chimneys.
Yes, man.
It's coming.
One thing for everyone to be aware of, I think it's clear for us to go ahead and say nothing illegal has been done. Absolutely nothing as of right now. Dealing with
nothing illegal, but everything immoral and unethical has been done, because there is no reason that the president and his family should be operating in a capacity that has to be approved by the individual who was appointed by the president.
And an additional spotlight here linked to this is the Clarity Act. It is also known as the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, which aims to establish a regulatory framework for digital commodities in the U.S. By setting up the SEC as the controlling organization. So it'll be really interesting to see as this progresses, because again, this happened Thursday of the previous week, depending on when you're listening to this. So we have not heard a lot of reactions from this yet, but it'll be interesting to see how this kind of plays out over the next couple of months.
Not to mention the rescinding of the regulation to for the beneficial business owner, where companies had to let the government know who owns the company, and that has been rescinded. But like I said, we can go down this hole for forever.
Yep.
We're at the end of the pod. We appreciate y'all. So I'm done there, brother.
My last note here is that in history, there's only been 40 other charters approved. History, 40. So,
And none of them were sitting presidents.
0. This is the first one. First time.
Corruption. Well, for my spotlight to end the episode up, we're going to head out west and talk about Lake Powell. Lake
They
Powell
down bad.
bruh.
Down
Lake Powell has
bad.
now fallen to what appears to be its lowest level on record. On Saturday, the reservoir dropped to 3,519.91 feet, barely below the previous record set in April 2023. Federal officials say that the reading is still provisional because we're talking about a difference of 1/100th of a foot. But experts say the larger point is unavoidable, is that Lake Powell is still falling. So this is why this is concerning. Lake Mead, it just hit its own record low less than 2 weeks ago. So when you combine the water stored in Mead and in Powell, researchers are saying that you have to go all the way back to 1957 before Lake Powell even existed to find a combined level this low.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's scary.
My mom was born in 1957. Right, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now, together, they're basically the savings account for the Colorado River, providing water use for communities, farms, and tribes throughout the Southwest and Mexico, while also supporting hydroelectric power. But this is why it's my spotlight. The government just released its final environmental review for how Lake Powell and Lake Mead should be managed after the current operating rules expire. And the 7 Colorado River Basin states have already failed to reach their own agreement after years of negotiation. So this is the part that comes up now to watch. Who is going to be forced to use less water? And how painful are those cuts going to be? Now, agriculture is likely to be right in the middle of that fight because roughly 70% of Colorado River water use goes towards agriculture, according to experts. Which means that the reduction could eventually show up not necessarily when we turn on or when they turn on the faucet, but when you walk in that grocery store. And they even have said one good snow isn't going to fix this. They said that experts are saying that it would take multiple strong snow years. Not year, not months, years to seriously rebuild the reservoir system. So I want to keep an eye on Lake Powell and Lake Mead because the next headline that we hear when it comes to these two isn't going to be about how low the water got. It's going to be about who has to give up something because of it.
To all those states, let's not wait until the water runs dry.
Bro,
we might watch our whole lives pass us by. Let's not wait till the water runs dry,
bro,
because you'll be making
the biggest
mistake of your lives.
Of your life.
Don't
do it, baby.
Bro, listen.
They've been talking about this. So they have been talking about this issue for since before I got to North Carolina.
Bro.
Years.
Man.
Time's running out.
And look, agriculture, you already
down
in a
bad.
bind,
Down
boy.
bad.
Y'all
Down
bad. If this ends up happening and the first area they're gonna look is cuts to agriculture, man, you already cut off at the knees. They're about to cut you off at the thighs at this point. That's that's rough, man. That's rough. So yeah, that's my spotlight of the week, man. So we have reached the conclusion of our episode, and to our listeners, as already stated by my brothers, we thank you for listening and tuning in for the duration of this episode. As we always tell you, please like, please share, please subscribe, please follow. And if you have any content, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns that you want to reach out to the pod, please do so on our social media platforms where you can reach any of us and give us your thoughts. And also, too, bring another to the meeting. Don't come by yourself. If you listen and you enjoy what you hear.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Hey, just tell somebody. We can all enjoy this chaos together. There's more than enough for everybody. We got wings and there's drink in the back. Come on and get comfortable. Enjoy yourself. But we thank you.
Yeah.
We thank you, brothers. All hearts and minds clear.
Brother. Yeah.
I just got to say something.
Okay.
I just got to say something. I'm gonna get real
Go ahead,
serious
brother.
at the end of the prod.
Go ahead, brother.
Historically,
Mm-hmm.
African American people do not commit suicide by hanging themselves. Not that it doesn't happen, on average. So every
Yes.
time there is one, we should probably start that conversation with, this looks suspicious. And you guys are probably like, man, what? You guys listening, what are you talking about? Well, Raleigh, unfortunately, yesterday there was somebody found hanging from a tree, who unfortunately has passed, and it has been classified as not suspicious, no foul play being involved. Not being an expert in law enforcement, I'll start with that. Not having done the investigation. All I know is what I've seen from comments from the police and the news. And for the timing of which they found this young man and the location of which that they found this young man, I find, and the events that were happening less than 2 blocks away, I find it very, very hard and difficult to find a scenario in which someone was able to commit suicide and no one been able to intervene. By themselves commit suicide and no one be able to. I find it very, very hard to believe. I believe in people, and I believe most people, if they would have seen someone trying to do this, would have tried to intervene. So I find it very, very hard to see this as no foul play being involved. And it may came out that there was not. But to announce that as so quickly afterwards, let's do the research. If you took nothing from our flock conversation, let's do the research. Let's be accurate with what we're looking at, and let's make the correct decisions. Definitely thoughts and prayers to that young man's family, who is now having to process that loss. To anyone, if you're dealing with mental issues, mental traumas, please seek help. Friend, the suicide hotline, please reach out. If you have a friend that you are concerned about, check in on your friends, especially the strong ones.
Yes.
Especially the strong ones.
Especially because they don't talk. These boys that I'm on with, we chat all the time. And all it takes is for someone to be a little bit quiet for about 6 hours.
Hey, bro, look,
And we're like,
hey, what's going on?
What's
we're
going
gonna
on?
We're going to send no folks to do a wellness check on you.
But look out for one another, y'all.
Yeah.
Pray for each other, as we will continue doing the same.
Yes, sir.
That was kind of a sad way to end the pod, and
No, it was needed, brother.
It was
It
definitely
was
needed.
So,
it was needed.
Definitely
brother.
needed.
In more ways than one, it was definitely needed, because somebody out there need to hear it, brother.
yeah.
So yeah. Well,
All right.
to that, if you're listening to the pod, just know, as we always tell you, if anybody loves you, just know the boys here. We love you.
We love y'all.
you. We love you. We thank you for tuning in and lending us your ear. And we hope to see you at the next episode. So take care, world. We'll see you then.
Peace.
Peace.
Hello, world. Hello, world. Hello. Welcome to Part in the Politics podcast.
We back. I'm back. Really? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.